Right here, down. Protect your out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Come on, man. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on? This is the Main Thing Podcast, and I'm your man, Big Huss, the one you trust, bringing you all your Philadelphia Eagles latest. With 2025 training camp officially in the books, date 18 of the final practice for the Eagles, and it ended with some fireworks on both sides of the ball. You had Jalen Hurts put on the show, to Darius Cooper making maybe one of the best plays of the summer. You got it all covered. Let's break down everything you need to know from the last day of camp. But before we jump into that, please make sure that you're liking, commenting, and you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss when me and Mr. Owens drop these new videos. Now, fortunately, with the last day of camp, we had a ton of DPs, folks who did not participate, from A.J. Brown to Devontae Smith, Jordan Mailata, Lander Dickerson, Lewis Seen, Keely Ringo, who's competing for CB2. You had Josh Uche, Tanner McKee, Andrew Makuba, and Tariq Castro-Fields, who all sat out. You also had Johnny Wilson, who was sidelined, undergoing further testing on his knee and ankle. The good news, as you can see, it's a long list here, but the good news is we still have a couple weeks before that opening game versus Dallas, so there's still plenty of time for a lot of these players to recover and hopefully be ready by week 1. Now, if there was any way to close out camp, Jalen Hurts did that. Nearly a perfect day, going 14 of 15 passing, had 5 touchdowns on the day, straight showing out. And he's doing all this without his top 2 receivers, no top 2 linemen. There was no Saquon, no Dallas Goedert, really all on limited reps. And my man was locked in, surgical, carving the defense up. Came out with a deep shot to Jahan Dotson over Zach Bond. He then also connected for a couple scores later with Anais Smith, Grant Calcaterra, and A.J. Dillon. It's good to see A.J. Dillon, man, getting in there in the pass game. Like I said, he's a bigger back. Everybody's expecting, the 3 yards in a cloud of dust, just the bruising aspect. But to show the soft hands and show that he could be an option in the passing game is always a plus. Look, but Hurts looked like he left off, right where he left off with the Super Bowl run. He's ready and locked in for this 2025 season. I can't wait to see what's in store for us. Now, while Hurts was lighting up the defense, Darius Cooper continues to show up and show out. He had one of the plays at camp and one-on-ones. He made a ridiculous one-handed catch over 3 defenders, over Quayon, and we know how much we love Quayon and how good he is. Jahad Campbell and Sidney Brown hauling in a touchdown that left QB1 smiling, just cheesing, knowing that he got on one. And you've heard reports that QB1 stand after practice, talking with Darius Cooper, kind of getting them in the mix, making sure that they're on the same page. You don't see that a lot of times, especially you're talking about bringing in undrafted guys. A lot of times when you bring an undrafted guy, he's just trying to make the team. F being, a starter, one of the starting 11 are in that rotation. You're just trying to make the squad. So to show that QB1 and folks are taking notice of Darius Cooper is testament to the work he's put in this offseason and in camp. And he could be and could have a pivotal role in the 2025 offense. Now, as much hype as the offense has been getting, the defense has been showing up and showing out too. Rookie Jahad Campbell, he lined up with the starters for the first time and quickly made his presence felt. I had a sack on Hurts. This is another guy who is continuing to find his footing and making plays now on a day-to-day basis. Most times it's with the sacks, with the blitzes, and that's fine. I'm sure him gaining his confidence in pass coverage will come, but just to see him out there making plays as a first-round pick who really we didn't think would be ready until maybe somewhere through the beginning of the season, and he's already had a schedule doing his thing, sky's the limit for this kid. Now you didn't have Smile Monday coming in with Jalen Hunt, who both also notched sacks. Nolan Smith beat Lane Johnson with a nasty inside move. Nolan Smith is having himself a hell of a camp as well. Not only rushing the passer, but last couple practices he's been getting interceptions on QB1 as well. So he's showing up both pass game, you know what I mean, as a rusher and as a cover guy. It's good to see his evolution, excuse me, from year one to year two, now going into year three. Jalen Carter continues to be Jalen Carter. Was in the backfield all day. He had a sack on Jalen Hurts as well. And then you had Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Axeman Jr., who picked off Kyle McCord thanks to a pressured Moro Jomo, who continues to have a great camp. But as we spoke on before, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. continues to make plays and put his name in that hat as why I should be one of these starters. Do not count me out. I know you have Zach Bond, who's an all-pro. I know you brought in a high-profile rookie. But Axeman Jr. is like, hey, I can ball at a high level too. And he's honestly had an outstanding camp, taking full advantage of his opportunities when given. And we'll see how it all shakes out. The takeaway is these young defenders are already making noise. Already making noise in this Vic Fangio season. Vic Fangio system. In the season, oh boy, it's scary hours. Y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out. Now, some depth chart battles. Hey, offensive lineman Mac Pryor seems like he might have a lock in on the swing tackle role, stepping in at both left and right tackle during camp. As we all know, when you're part of Stoutland loves his versatility of his linemen. He loves his linemen to be able to play right tackle, right guard, left guard, whatever the case may be. You never know how the season shakes out and where that versatility may come in hand. So it seems like Matt Pryor might have a lock on that. With Land Dickerson being banged up, Brett Toth may finally get his first start in 6 years. So we'll see how that goes. If he's a starter come week one. Running back Montrell Johnson, he's been turning heads. And honestly, this is another guy, undrafted guy, where he's been making plays all camp as well. Had a little injury bug, got a little nicked up at one point, but came back in that last preseason game and continued to coat that pill. Montrell Johnson, even though he might not make the 53-man roster just because of how loaded the running back room is, there's still a strong case that he will be on the practice squad. And he might be one of those players who the Eagles try to stash away and try to hide so other teams can't come and poach this kid away. Kyle McCord tried to push later in practice, had some success, and then connected with Taylor Morin. Kyle McCord, he's fighting for QB3. The competition is between him and DTR. They both really didn't have the best of preseason games last game, but they're trying to make that case as to why they should be QB3. And at the end of the day, out of the two, one of them will not be here, whether that be a cut or be a trade. One of them are performing for one of the other 31 teams right now, and they need to continue to perform and really put their best foot forward so somebody will pick them up, even if it's not here with Philly. Now, the very last play at camp came on a deep bomb pass from Daryl Thompson Robinson to Ife Dave for a touchdown. Once again, Kyle McCord, DTR, they're fighting for QB3. That's the role they're both fighting for right now with the Eagles. And plays like this will help during Thompson Robinson's case because in the week 2 preseason game, it was bad. He didn't have a good showcase. Had a turnover for a touchdown. He just looked kind of out of sorts. So to see him bounce back on the last day of camp, with a deep strike for a touchdown, I'm sure it has to instill some confidence not only in himself but in the Eagles. So they have to continue to show up and show out. Now, camp, that's it. It's a wrap. Our last preseason game will come Friday. We play the Jets, MetLife Stadium, 7:30 p.m. Be there, be square, baby. That'll be the last showcase for some of these young players to really put their best talents forward and prove why they should be here. After that, moving on to next week, Tuesday by 4 p.m., Eagles got to make their final decisions on who will be on their 53-man roster. Our roster will be cut down from 90 or so players to 53. So those are a lot of people who will be looking for new homes with other teams, or hell, they might be at home watching these teams. So we'll see how it all shakes out. But stay tuned, stay locked in. I hope everyone's having a great week, going into a great weekend. Me and Mr. Owens gonna keep this pressure up, man. So y'all stay locked in. But till next time, I hope everyone has a great one. Fly Eagles fly till we die. Stay blessed.
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.